This week we are addressing cultural diversity and specifically how we as social workers can be better at working with diverse groups. In addition to reading the chapter in our textbook, I want to mix it up a bit and I'm asking you to watch a movie. I'm hoping this is a nice break to your learning activities and something you can work in this week. I'm going to give you until Friday this week to post, and I will remember that in grading and have just a bit more time to work on this week's assignment. We know there are many dimensions of diversity, so diversity includes age, class, race, sexual orientation, gender identity expression, religion, culture, ethnicity, ability, disability, and many others. And of course, it can be the intersection of multiple factors. The profession of social work differs from other helping professions in that we have a mandate to promote social and economic justice. So as social workers, our job is to appreciate and stress the importance of human diversity and to ensure that our clients have equal access to resources, services, and to amplify the voices of people who are systematically marginalized and silenced. Let's remember that membership in any diverse group can make people more vulnerable to discrimination and oppression. We have to be aware of how these factors play out in society and how potentially places that we live or institutions we operate with and even our own selves can be complicit in these systems of oppression. Chapter 12 in Garthwaite addresses what it means to be a culturally competent practitioner. Garthwaite writes, since we use ourselves as a tool to help others, if we are not culturally competent, the use of self is greatly compromised. Though the concept of cultural competency is a phrase that's used in the field, I think it's more appropriate to use the term cultural humility. No matter how much we study or how much compassion we have in our hearts, we will never be truly competent in any culture other than our own. Cultural humility is a stance that allows us to remain curious, open to learn, and most importantly, humble, knowing that we will never know what it means to live in someone else's world. This week, I'd like you to explore cultural diversity, cultural competency, and cultural curiosity while watching one of the 4 videos listed below. All of these are free to stream online, and one of them does require a Netflix account. Go ahead and look at those videos listed and make your choice between the 3. The first, it's a video where Ellen Robertson Green talks about poverty, its effect on education, and her thoughts on breaking the cycle of poverty to lead productive lives in our communities. The second is the one that's on Netflix, and it's an exploration of the intersection of race and discrimination and incarceration in our country over time. The third is the story of a veteran and spiritual leader who journeys back to a site where 38 of his Dakota ancestors were massacred in order to explore historical trauma and move forward through healing. And the last, Growing Up Trans, is an intimate exploration of the struggles and choices facing transgender kids and their parents. So, of course, we could offer up some critique of each of these documentaries because none does fully and completely represent a group's experience or a version of the truth. So please feel free to offer additional information to any of those reflections. I would be interested to explore that in our discussions too. But the core of the forum post this week, please state which video you selected and why, and after watching it, describe your observations and your emotional reactions to the observations. What were you surprised by? Were you surprised by any of your reactions? Be transparent and honest with yourself. Were you surprised to find yourself being defensive in some areas, for example? What information and or experiences do you need to improve your ability to work with people that are different from yourself? How can you as a social worker acquire needed experience, knowledge, and cultural competence? So I look forward to your open discussion and your honesty, and I really have valued the past 7 weeks, you guys. Thanks so much.